If you're like most attorneys, you didn't spend all that time and money on a law education just to end up slaving away to make someone else rich. You dreamed of an amazing lifestyle full of freedom and tons of income, and you've wondered where to go to learn how to make it happen. Welcome to Lawpreneur Radio, the podcast that shows you how to hang out your shingle. Here's your host, Miranda McCroskey.
Hi, welcome to Lawpreneur Radio. You're on with Miranda McCroskey. I am the new partner in the Criminal Defense Division of Wilson Harvey Browndorf, a practicing criminal defense attorney in Orange County, California. I've been a lawpreneur for the past 11 years, and I am the proud host of Lawpreneur Radio. Today, for episode 179, we're on with John Zahn. Hi, John.
Hello, Miranda, and congratulations on your new position at the new firm.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I might as well take just a second and tell the listeners, because this is the first time I've introduced myself as such. A few weeks ago, I actually interviewed one of the partners in this firm, Mark Lazo, and out of that conversation came an opportunity, and I just jumped at it. So I'm really excited to get to practice law in another new way and have the platform of Wilson Harvey Browndorf to jump off of.
That's very exciting.
Yes. And speaking of jumping off of platforms, I'm going to do your introduction, and everyone's going to get that reference in a minute. John Zahn of Omnibeat discusses digital marketing solutions for lawyers with us. John is a successful business person who has learned the value of social media marketing and now shares these strategies with forward-thinking clients. Times have changed, and so has the way that people find and want to work with your business. Social media is no longer thought of as a fad. It's a huge wave of opportunity. Are you ready to catch the wave? John has more than 25 years experience as an owner of a high-end swimming pool design and build firm. See the jumping off reference?
Exactly.
It was from the efforts of outstanding digital marketing that proved so successful that the idea of Omnibeat was born. Okay, well that begs the question. I want to know all about your journey. Tell me how you went from swimming pool to Omnibeat.
Well, the swimming pool industry is probably like being a lawyer. You're so busy every day doing what you do to service your clients that you're not out there marketing in this new and exciting way. And I met a young man through Rotary that came to me and said, you need a real website, you need real social media, you need to get with it. So I hired him, and I right away saw value in it. It helped to change prospects into clients, and it drove inbound marketing. So I was out there getting new leads while I was still busy taking care of the existing client base. I'm sure that is exactly like the law firms today, that you can get in a cycle of so busy you're not out marketing. And digital marketing will help you even when you're sleeping or you're on vacation.
Isn't that great? Well, so lead me to Omnibeat. How did you create that and leave what you do?
Omnibeat was just that next jumping off point to everybody needs to learn how to market in this way. And so we developed the company 5 years ago. I have made a couple of transitions along the way, realizing that we can't just teach and help and push them off to catch this big wave. We really need to help them all along the way and report back what worked, what didn't work, which direction do we steer the ship. So it's a constant interaction with the client to see results. And I joined Provisors, which is where we met, Miranda. And Provisors is full of attorneys, and I decided that this was an opportunity to help them, and they need more foundation. So the website, SEO, blogging, email marketing is very important, and that helps to set the stage to then move on to the more advanced things of social media and driving inbound leads.
Well, it's definitely needed, and you're right. And I think in the bigger firms, you might have a couple people that are more devoted to the marketing. Like I know at Wilson Harvey Browndorf, I know because they know me from my Lawpreneur experience, I know they want me to do a lot of the marketing. But if you're a solo guy, you are up to here with the work and the marketing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I always say entrepreneurs know how to fail fast so they can succeed faster. And a minute ago you said there were some transitions that you went through. Perhaps those would be some examples of a failure you went through that's led you to be the successful entrepreneur you are.
Yeah, I have thought about that question posed, and it certainly was. In the beginning, we were setting clients up to correct various things that need to be cleaned up online and to help them set the stage, and in the hope they were going to go out there and perform, and they really didn't. So we had some failure right in the beginning and realized that we needed to step up to the plate and offer a program so that we can take care of the client, learn the culture, refer back to them on anything that is sensitive that we need to respond to, but to make sure that their presence online is always positive and moving forward.
Okay, so you would set the stage for the clients, but what you just told me, I believe, is that the failure was you couldn't just, we keep saying the jumping off thing, you couldn't just put them to the edge and push them. You had to, like, walk them through it.
Right. So it would be giving someone a script and asking them to perform, yet they haven't read the script and they just really don't want to do it. So now we're a little more consistent in making sure that we have good content, we're producing good content, and that it's happening consistently. I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that people make. Social media and online is like a giant river running by, and you have to constantly be putting new, fresh ideas and content into the river. Otherwise, it just gets so dilute that nobody sees it.
Okay, well, I'll put a little plug in for Lawpreneur Radio. One of the things that I have enjoyed seeing over the past year that I didn't anticipate, it was not what I created this to be, but what I found is it's a really great win-win opportunity, and I'm speaking specifically towards content, because I invite people on the show, for free, like you're on here, just you're giving me your content so that I have something to load up on my website and my blog, which is a blessing, but that I get to give you back this 20 minutes of audio content and the page. So what I find is people who are social media savvy can really get benefit from it. I watch people tweet and retweet and favorite tweet the Lawpreneur link that has their show on it and other people's shows too. So I hope you see the value in that.
I do, and I also see the value, for instance, in LinkedIn of being members of groups that are specific to your industry and to engage in the conversation. And when it includes a link to an audio piece, people are interested in that. The viewers, the viewers today are lazy. They don't want to read. Yeah. They love to listen. And if you actually had video to go along with it, they go nuts when they see the little play button.
I know. If only I had a little video guy standing in the corner taping us right now. One of my future guests has a video guy on staff, and he's going to bring him. So I'll have my first videoed interview. Nice. Yes. But yes, people, you could put your Lawpreneur Radio interview on LinkedIn, on your profile page, and I have started putting them in as my publications on LinkedIn. It's just the doing of it, making it happen. I've also started a YouTube channel where I put these interviews on YouTube with like a still shot. Yeah. And so, anyway, there's lots you can do with that. So let's move on, and why don't you tell us about some of your successes that you've had since you've done Omnibeat?
You bet. When I think about Lawpreneur and some of the background of how you're helping some people to step off and to become their own shingle, we recently have one that is in process. Laura Brumlow.
Oh, I know Laura.
I met at our provisor group. She's wonderful. And was with a larger firm. Actually, to step back, she's a practiced law, then a mother, and children took her away from that because of the importance to be with the kids, and now back to practicing law. And she was with a large firm. It was a long commute, away from the kids. It just wasn't a perfect fit. So now she's working on starting her own firm. She's going to be utilizing some of the office space with Curtis Kaiser, the Kaiser Law Group, who's wonderful. She specializes in elder care, special needs, VA benefits, and we have created a new website which is going to launch in the next week that really gives her personality. It's warm, it's inviting, and it allows people to understand the specific part of the law that she practices that she does so well.
Well, that is a nice plug for our mutual friend Laura Bromlow. I'm going to make sure she hears this, and she needs to get on this show too, Laura.
Yes, she does.
Good. Well, that's a good success, and I like that. I understand what you're doing with that. Now, how do you support a lawpreneur? That's the next question, and you've touched on it already, with your example of Laura. How about for me specifically? We've talked about what you've seen when you checked out Lawpreneur Radio. Do you see anything I could add to what I do in a social media world?
I think increasing the fan base and the desire for people to share the content is what tends to make it go viral or to grow at a rate. And so whether you're using LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, I think, again, it goes back to that consistency. It goes back to having regular content that's published and pushed out over and over again. And then over time, looking at what topics and what ideas do your followers like, and to fine-tune so that you are sending out the voice of who their ideal topic and idea that they're interested in. So narrow that down over time.
I like it. I don't know how to do that. But I can talk to you about it.
Well, you can look at the analytics to see how many people click on what different things, and it'll tend to paint the picture of what people are interested in.
Okay, I like that. So regular content pushed out over time, and the thing about social media being like a river, so true. I know that Twitter is frustrating to me a little bit because I'll throw something out at 9 a.m. and it's way down the river. I mean, and then sometimes I get quiet on Twitter. Like I was away for 4 days with my family and I didn't do anything, and the river just keeps on flowing.
It does. It keeps flowing. Twitter can be a handful. It's a lot of consistency.
It is. All right, so we've talked. Let's keep talking about Lawpreneur specifically for a minute. I'm stealing what you got here. So through Libsyn, which is the thing that hosts my podcast, I can do LinkedIn publish, Facebook publish, and Twitter publish automatically. As soon as it publishes on Libsyn, it goes out.
Yes.
So I hit those. I do have a Lawpreneur group on LinkedIn. I don't do anything with it, but there's that. Okay, have I stated all the biggies?
Yeah, although if you have something special, maybe not just pushing the auto to send it out, because your different platforms behave in a little of a different fashion. So if you have something special, it might be worth taking that extra moment to cater it to this specific audience you're sending it off to.
Okay.
And I would get active in the LinkedIn groups. I think that that's where professionals reside, and the various groups, not just your Lawpreneur group, but maybe something in the focus of other law groups that are similar. And you can cross-pollinate with information.
Good idea. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, now back to you. So how do you support a Lawpreneur? And I'm looking for, what do you offer attorneys who are your clients?
Yes, I think that really it's been a lesson that I've learned being a provisor, is they really need foundation. And it starts with a digital marketing plan. Too many times there's a marketing plan and it's in the bottom drawer with a 1/4 inch of dust. Well, it's now time to take that marketing plan and turn it into a digital marketing plan. Beyond that, making sure that your website is state-of-the-art. Most websites are something you jump on and you don't feel so hot about it and you jump off. So everything is about credibility. Trying to have positive credibility is so important. And then beyond that, to make sure there is, again, consistency in staying in touch with your clients, your prospects, your strategic partners, that all of that content that you're generating, if you're an expert in your field, is going out regularly through via a blog, in conjunction with email, drives people back to the website. And when they're there, they say, wow, I didn't know that you did this and this and this. Hey, I'm going to click on the action button of I need a consultation, and there you have a new potential client.
I like that. You put the content out, and that drives them back to the website, where they can learn more about you and your clients and their offerings. Very good. Very good. Okay, would you like to say anything else about what Omnibeat offers Lawpreneurs or other types of clients you may have?
Well, we have not been industry specific, work for a variety. I think the most important thing is that the leader is forward-thinking, realizing the importance of having a strong online presence, but also realizing that I'm not going to do it myself, and my staff is really not the right people to do this. I need an outsource who is sophisticated, who can get the things done, and to become a partner with the firm, with the team. It's getting that monkey off of their back, and all of a sudden it opens the flow of content and ideas and creativity. Let them do what they do best. Let us do what we do best.
I love that. It's so important. Lawpreneurs, one of our hallmarks is we wear all the hats, and I think I've said that earlier today in this interview, but one of them is, I'll do social media. I'll find a minute to do my Twitter and myself too. I say that all the time. And so that brings me to a question I often have. How do I hire someone just to do that? Do you offer packages? Are you hourly rate? What's your plan of tact? Are you more like a coach?
We offer I think, a comprehensive digital marketing solution. We identify each client and their needs and then cater a package around that to include various aspects of it, and it can change as you go. Typically they start out basic with the digital marketing plan and a website, some SEO work, and then we build as they start to see positive results and more interaction with their clients, their prospects, and it can grow from there. So we think of ourselves as a boutique firm trying to satisfy the needs. So they want to see the return on their investment. And actually, online advertising, you really can do that. You can see over time trends of growth. And if you have a way to actually capture the leads or the prospects coming in and where they come from, it's pretty simple to show that a little bit can end up being a great client down the road.
Okay, that's great. I love that you make these customized digital solutions.
Exactly.
That's perfect. That's great. Okay, tell me, what are some resources that you rely on in your firm or in your business?
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it's probably a cliche, but Google is one of our number one resources, because when you want something, you let your fingers go to your desktop, your laptop, or your smart device to search, and we can do the same. So if there's a potential client, I'm going to do a full research of everything I can find. It's kind of like your briefs are down at your ankles. No lawyer joke intended.
I know, like what?
But really, we can see what's out there and very objectively put together a review, discuss it with the client, and then come up with a comprehensive solution of, we're going to take care of these various items, and these are what the costs are that are related to it. So Google search is still number one in getting the client to you, but also in us to see how good or bad things might be.
That's great. It's great that you assess it before they even come in, because it must feel so comforting for someone to be seen and known by y'all. All right. How about books? What book is something that you like to talk about?
Books? What are books?
I know. Do you
in
ever
this
read
digital marketing age?
Kindle. Of course I need Kindle.
Well, a classic is Dale Carnegie, and I had read To Win and Influence People years ago. And it now is out, not in book format, but in audio or in Kindle format.
Because people are lazy and we need our audio. Yes.
Yeah, and it's to win friends and influence people in the digital era.
Oh, really?
Which is so important. Think about how we communicate. It is so constant. It's not, the farm that was a mile down the road that you interacted with seldom. It's a constant stream of communication. And if you do not communicate in a way that makes other people feel good and to accomplish mutual goals, you're creating, again, negative credibility. And I think we all have been careless of sending out that email. Oops, you look at it the next day and think, oh gosh, what have I done? So you need to think about your communication and how you're working with other people. And Dale Carnegie's concepts are timeless, and I even think in this day and age, more important than ever.
Yeah, because what inspired me when you were talking is I thought about, the people talk about analysis paralysis. And when I hear that, I think about all the different vendors I know, So all the different SEO guys, even as you're talking, I'm thinking, well, I want to keep us the same as that guy and that guy and that guy, and I've interviewed a number of them, right? However, it is how you feel when you're with them. So we take it away from the digital age, and we get back to the face-to-face and the energy and the things that really matter. And I think those are the people who are going to get my business, the guys I really like. Just like the same advisors. Know, like, refer, trust.
Exactly. Oh, I agree.
Good. Well, I like Dale Carnegie, too. I just found this tiny little gold book of paper. It's all folded like a tiny map, and it was in my desk drawer, and I moved it to my car for stoplight reading. Yeah, so we'll see if I get that done. Okay, well, that is great. I'm going to say some words to the listeners. I'm going to come back and give you the last word. So here I go. Lawpreneur Radio listeners, you make sure to check out John's show note page on lawpreneurradio.com/John, JOHN-Zahn, ZAHN. It'll have his bio, his photo, a link to his website, which is omnibeat.com, right? And it'll also have the answers to the questions I asked him on today's show and the podcast itself. And then, as we know, John is our social media guru, so he's going to blast this thing out every which way, so you'll be able to listen to his audio experience, as I like to call it, in a variety of medias, I'm sure. While you're on the website, make sure that you sign up for the newsletter. It goes out every Monday, and it has the outgoing podcast for that week. You can click right on through the newsletter over to their show note page and take a listen right then. And then lastly, Lawpreneur Radio is rolling out a new thing. It's probably for our local Orange County, perhaps San Diego and LA if they're willing to drive people. But anybody's welcome. I'm going to do a speaker series on the third Tuesdays of the month. It's 5:30 to 7:30, and it's going to be held at my new law firm, Wilson Harvey Browndorf, and that is 1900 Main Street in Irvine. So you got RSVP. The space is limited, but it's free. It'll be networking, and I'll have a great speaker and some hors d'oeuvres. So reach out to me at host@lawpreneurradio.com to RSVP for the speaker series. Back to you for your last word, John.
Well, I want to thank you, Miranda, for this opportunity. This was great to have some content for everyone to share and to benefit from. Congratulations on your new position.
Thank you.
And I heard that your little girl lost her first tooth, so you better get some money out for the tooth fairy for later.
Well, it was her birthday yesterday, so she was, I got her Hello Kitty purse and her Hello Kitty socks and her crown and, her Fancy Nancy books, and then lost her tooth the next day. The kid's going to think it's just raining money. Talk about growing up fast. I don't know if I could be with that. Anyway, thank you for mentioning that. All right, so I'm going to sign off now. It's Miranda McCroskey, Lawpreneur Radio. You can find me at lawpreneurradio.com. Catch you next time on Lawpreneur Radio.
You've shown that you're ready for change and are hankering to hang out your shingle. Now, take that next step and download our free guide to the 5 tools top lawpreneurs need to hang their shingle by visiting lawpreneurradio.com/tools right now. Again, that's lawpreneurradio.com/tools, and we'll see you next time on Lawpreneur Radio.